Hey everybody! Hey! I'm live. I'm coming to you. I realized haven't done any live this week. Been traveling, been working, as you can see. You know, traveling, working. So, hi, I'm Yvette McQueen, MD, emergency physician, travel doctor, and wellness lifestyle coach. A global physician on a mission to educate about health, travel, wellness, and disease prevention. So I'm coming to you because I was just on a live with Divinely Bliss Vacations. Go ahead and follow my friend at Divinely Bliss Vacations. DIVINELY BLISS Vacations. Okay, follow her. So I was just on with her, and we did a live. So I figured since I'm all done up, I would come and tell my people too about summer tips, vacations. We getting back out there because she labeled it "How Not to Derail Your Vacation." So, as you know, I just recently came out of a book, and I'll talk to you about it in a minute. But yeah, so I thought you'd come to. I'm traveling, as you can see, hotel. I'm traveling. I'm on one of my work assignments, working as an emergency physician somewhere else other than my home. So, okay, travel. We are ready to get out and travel. Once again, my tips, once again, is plan with the coronavirus out there, COVID-19, SARS-CoV-2, whatever you want to call it. You need to plan your vacation ahead of time. You need to make those plans. You need to know how you can travel safely, healthy. Like a lot of people I'm going to Costa Rica. Well, you should know that Costa Rica, they may not require you to have a COVID-19 test, but they do require you to have to show that you have proof of insurance if you get sick and need to be quarantined there. Or even just traveling around the United States. People are still surprised that Hawaii, one of the 50 states, is still requiring you to have a COVID-19 negative test. Not only do they require the PCR test, they require it from certain stores or certain labs. You just can't just get it. Some of the airports, you can get it before you travel, but Hawaii require you to have the COVID-19 test 72 hours before you land on one of their islands. They have it from and you have to upload it and upload the form and get the QR code. Or, you're supposed to be denied boarding, but guess what? You can get to Hawaii and they actually deny you leaving the airport. You got to turn around and go back. So that's been going on for a long time. And even if you're vaccinated, they're not even counting that. No, you need a COVID-19 negative test. They're still doing that. They may lift it later on, but they're still doing that. So that's why you need to plan ahead. Even if you're going from state to state, know the requirements. Internationally, you need to know what the requirements someone I know is going to the Bahamas this weekend. So vaccinated people, they just have to show that they had to do the form ahead of time, get what they call the health visa to be allowed to come there and upload the form. If they're not vaccinated, they have to have the test, and they will be tested once they land on the island. Why are countries and islands doing that? Because of their healthcare system. We're used, Canada, United States, we're used to just walking in the ER, walking in the hospital, working in urgent care, calling up our doctor. Some healthcare systems are not like that. Some healthcare systems have limited supplies, particularly on an island. Just like things are expensive on islands to ship in because of different foods and other things like that, it's expensive for the medical supply. They need to ship it in. They may only have so many ICU beds. They don't want the disease coming to the island and spreading when you don't know you have it and spreading. And now it's spread throughout the islands because you could be interacting with hotel staff and taxi staff and who else you be interacting with. And then their island, you leave, and their island is now overrun with health problems, and they have to look at other resources or ship people off the island for medical care. That's why places are doing that. People are like, oh, the Maldives. Beautiful, gorgeous. What is the healthcare system like? Okay. Now, some of these fancy, expensive resorts do have their own doctors. So think about that. If you're thinking about all-inclusive resort, ask them what their medical staff is like. Hey, any resorts out there? You can hire me. I'm ready to go. But so think about that. That's what you got to do. Okay, number one, you plan. You planning. Number two, you're hydrating. Make sure you're hydrating, whether it's bottled water, filtered water. To have a your own bottle. They have the collapsible water bottles now that you can take. You can roll them up, and once you get to your destination, fill them up, and they can hold like 16, 20, 24 ounces. But they get you through TSA. So make sure you're hydrating before, during, and after your travel, because traveling can dehydrate you totally. For whether you're changing your routine, you're eating something different, you're not moving as much, you change altitudes like I have. Oh my goodness, I have to like suck these down totally. So make sure you're doing that. And 3, the sun is out, it's hot, use your sunscreen. Particularly if you're not used to the sun, you're in the equator belt, on the islands, things like that. 20 minutes at a time. The sun is hottest between 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. So 20 minutes at a time. Judge it, because sunburns are real. It's actually a 1st-degree burn. If you get blisters, that's considered a 2nd-degree burn. That's real. So 20 minutes at a time. Make sure you are applying your sunscreen 20 minutes before you expose yourself to the sun, because your skin needs to be able to suck it in, basically ingest that sunscreen to protect you. Reapply every 2 hours or after you have been in the water. Don't forget things like if you use face moisturizer, make sure it has SPF. We don't want your sunscreen to have SPF 30 and above. Don't forget about your lips. Make sure it's covered with SPF 15. Your ears, your head, the back of your neck. Wear a hat in the sun. Wear sunglasses to protect your eyes, because your eyes can get sunburned. You ever feel that gritty feeling because you stared at the sun a lot and you weren't in the sand or anything? Yeah, you probably got sunburn of your corner. So that's what you make sure your sunglasses are broadband, particularly from UVA, UVB. Make sure you're doing that. And heat stroke is so hot. I mean, we had a heat spell last week. People was like 120, 101. Oh my goodness. Hydrate, stay indoors during those times, because heat exhaustion. So there's heat exhaustion where your muscles tense up and you're not hydrating enough, and they build up what we call lactic acid. You get cramps, so you get heat cramps, heat exhaustion. So you get heat exhaustion, heat. You can start actually sweating a lot. Oh, did I go? Okay, you start sweating a lot. But heat stroke is when it starts to actually affect your brain. Your inner body is overheating, and that is almost like a stroke, because you basically get this delirium, and you just get crazy, and someone's gonna have to like remove you from the heat, cool you off, put you in water, things like that. So make sure you're checking it out. Just a quick tips. As you know, I am headed to work, but I was doing a live, wanted to share also with my peeps. Okay, real quick. Travel 911, my book. You can get it on Amazon, of course. Travel 911, a health care guide for adventures. You can also get it at travel911book.com. Travel911book.com, a health guide for adventures. This helps you with a lot of things with traveler's diarrhea, what to prepare, how to prevent it, blood clots, high altitude, motion sickness. There's a little first aid chapter in here, guys, that you can just take this, throw it in your backpack, throw it in your whatever you're carrying with it. One of my friends there, hey, Tracking Pals, I'll send you one. I think I got your address. The printed copies come in next week. You got one. You need this on all your hikes. She's preparing for Mount Kilimanjaro. Woo! Go for it. So, all right, peeps. I hope you travel well. Stay safe. Enjoy your vacation. Don't overindulge. Make sure you put in wellness into your travels. So, this is Yvette McQueen, MD, a global physician on a mission to educate about health, travel, wellness, and disease prevention. I am on Instagram here, Dr. Travel 911. Other ones, you can find me at Yvette McQueen, MD. Ciao for now. Peace and love.